All right, Trek Patrol fans, we have a very special guest with us here today. We have Jazmine Cruz. Hello, Jazmine.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Mabuti. Mabuti po.
Mabuti, mabuti. So I'm really excited about this interview. We've been talking for some time now, and here we are, finally. So thank you for finding time to come here on the podcast and chit chat with me a little bit.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So why don't you go ahead and do the honors and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jazmine Cruz. I am a traveling model and also a certified personal trainer. I've done bodybuilding and lifting competitions, and I'm also an exotic dancer. And I was at MegaCon as Diamond Woman Assassin, comic book character, 2 weeks ago in Orlando, Florida. And for those who don't know, I love to draw, so I've got tons of TikToks, so I could share with you my social media later. So, um, like I said, I enjoy being here with the show. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. So, but I'm pure Pinay for those who know, and I can speak, understand, and read Tagalog. So there you go.
There you go. So anytime we come across a Filipina content creator model, it's a for sure a treat. And again, I'm probably a little more nervous than you are because I've been really excited to finally get to interview you and possibly any kind of shoot that's in the making. So that's yeah. Again, thank you for coming here. And so, what exactly do you do in the adult industry, like as in content creation?
Okay, for content creation, I do girl and girl shoot. I also work with toys. It's my first time, and I I would like for you guys to know that I also have an OnlyFans. It's onlyfans.com forward slash Jazmine JazmineCruz, Jazmine Cruz, and so I've been doing that for a while, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm not gonna lie, the toys are kind of new to me. Being Filipino and growing up, we I was grew up in a Catholic family, so talking about toys wasn't something I knew about. So I'm just experimenting it with that right now. So and it's pretty much fun. I didn't know there was all sorts of different variety of toys, but it's always an adventure.
Oh yeah, and I totally know the feeling and know the situation when growing up in a Filipino household, it's a little more conservative than other cultures. And now, were you born here in the States or in the
Yes,
Philippines?
I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. So my parents are both Filipino. So I've been to the Philippines 3 times. I actually was a what do you call it? A soap opera junkie. I know Agamulag, Vilma Santos. I watched Wawa Wee before. I've actually met Tirso Cruz, um, Car God, I forgot her name. But anyway, I met a lot of Filipino actors when I went to one of the shows. So I used to spend hours watching lots of movies in Tagalog, and then my mom put
Uh-huh.
like English caption. So what I would do is spend 4 hours in front of the TV learning Tagalog. And oh, I forgot to mention as well before I think of it. I'm always talking in tangents, but I also do boy girl content as well on my OnlyFans. It's a new thing I started this year, so look out for that. But back to the story about this has nothing to do with that. But anyway, watching movies, I actually read some of the gossip magazines, Filipino Star, the different gossip magazines, started practicing Tagalog. Um, I learned to sing Tagalog, but uh, I'm not a professional, but I learned stuff like, you know, what's it called? Something kailangan kita or something,
Kailangan kita.
or sana ay makapiling ka or something. It was like these strong Tagalog songs, but I was a very sentimental, very like traditional, raised traditional. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't like we didn't have technology like the whole dishwasher was later in life. We didn't even have a dishwasher electronic or like a washing machine or dryer till later in life. That's really crazy to say. We actually went in the tub and we used to like wring the jeans and hang it. And my American friends were like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "What is that?" So, and I said, "I want one of those." So I brought it up to my family, and they're like, "Yeah, let's get a washing machine and dryer." And I'm thinking, all my life I've been doing it by hand, but you start to appreciate what life is and not to take advantage of it, especially visiting the Philippines. We
Oh
went
yeah.
to Pasig or we went to Quiapo or Baclaran, and my parents educated me about how life can be and how, fortunate we are. So I learned how to use the tabo, the
Oh yeah.
barrel of water for bathroom, and ice
Uh-huh.
picking the ice when I was going, wow, we get an ice cube maker, and they're like, what the heck is that?
Oh
So
yeah.
yes, it just brings me back to my old ways, and and it's really, I appreciate that too, because I know what, you know dilis is. I
Uh-huh.
know pancit tinola, chicken adobo, a lot of the foods. So when my American friends, or when I go to Filipino parties, they're like, "Oh gosh, she's from America. We gotta hurry and make her a special guest." I'm like, "Don't make me a special guest. I'm a very genuine, very like simple person in real life, and trying to impress me is not what I want to be. I want to be as if I'm part of the family and be
Uh-huh.
included."
There you go. Yeah, that's some really cool stuff that you just mentioned, especially when it comes to the food. And I want to say, even though in Filipino households, even though there's a dishwasher, they're never used. They're used to
Yes,
throw in the dishes to
dishes.
dry. It's
Yes,
storage. Even the
or
oven
your
in
and
most
your
Filipino
oven,
households.
right? Oven has pots and pans, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
It's just
We're
for
on the same
show.
page. Yeah.
We don't really
Now,
cook.
yeah. So, and it's like with the whole Filipino food thing. Now, do you make Filipino style spaghetti?
Yes,
Can you
spaghetti.
please explain to our listeners? And we've discussed this. I've discussed this with other models in
Yes.
recent, But if you don't mind sharing, what is Filipino spaghetti?
All I know is there's lots of. I remember Del Monte ketchup in it,
Yeah.
and a bunch of chopped hot dogs, and
Yes.
tons of garlic and onions,
Oh
and
yeah.
then squeezing that the banana ketchup, jufran, and
Jupran.
yes, I remember that, and then mixing it with like tons of sugar. So I was like, geez, I think I'm gonna get a sugar high,
Yeah.
But it was
It's
delicious. Put it this way, it's one of those delicious foods that when I went to Jollibee, you're like, oh crap, it's Jollibee. I gotta get some of this spaghetti.
Yeah, it's funny how I knew you would know exactly what I'm talking about when I asked you to explain to our listeners what's
Yes.
Filipino spaghetti. And I was talking to one of the, uh, you know, one of the leads at work the other day when he mentioned, pasta, and I said, well, if I made that here at the house, most of the people won't eat it because it's not the Filipino style, with the sugar, with the banana ketchup, and the hot dogs. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You brought that up, and you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yes.
Now, what kind of dishes can you make?
I can make pancit, uh, chicken adobo. I can make tinola. I can make let's see, geez, mm, lots of chicken dishes
Oh
and
yeah.
lumpia. I love lumpia, so that's a biggie for me.
Yeah, I was thinking one day we need to get all the
Pepper steak. I'm
Filipinas
sorry.
together, and have a little lumpia making contest because
Yes.
everybody's bragged about how they can make it. So it's like let's all throw down and have a little competition going. That would be a lot of fun, right?
Oh, they're addicting though. You just if you eat one, you're gonna have like 100.
They're like
Like they're stacked.
freaking French fries. It's like you
You
eat
know?
them like French fries. It's like before you know you had like 50 of them. It's not really good
Yes.
for you,
Yes.
but they
When you're
taste
cooking
good.
it, you're like, I'm cooking it, and then you're like, yeah, okay, and just one becomes like 50, and you're like, okay, this is enough. The guests are coming, but that means I'll cook even more, and
I
then
know
you eat
it's like for
more.
parties, you gotta, it really sucked as kids. We had to make like 500 of them for parties, and you were making them all
Always.
day long.
Yeah. When you grew up Filipino, you had to be with your family to make egg rolls like hours before the party starts, and their
Yep.
parents are freaking out like, "We gotta make it for this many. How many people?" And then you're like, "Oh, that was a lot. We have to clean up all this mess." And then you're like, "So worth it because the food's delicious."
And now you got to make the barbecue skewers, the meat on
Yeah.
the stick. So it's like it's
Yeah.
a lot of work to get prepared for Filipino parties for the fiestas and all that. So it's no joke. So how long have you been modeling or in content creation for adult?
Okay, I've been doing this for 4 years now. So I first dabbled in it 4 years ago. The truth is, I really didn't have many followers. The story is, I had 4 followers, and my manager and photographer were very pushing me. They're very like, every day they're like, come on, there's going to be hope. And I'm thinking, honestly, I was going to give up. I was like, okay, here I am putting these photos. Here I am trying to do photo shoots. And I just wasn't getting the followers. But I think there was a vision. I think with the um, my manager and my photographer were very ambitious, and so was I. So the truth is, like they always say, you gotta keep grinding, you keep trying hard. And it's true. I had to do like content where I had to work with photographers, I had to travel, trying to balance, working as a dancer and, my other jobs and trying to travel. And it's quite difficult. And the part is, there's hope. You always think, oh, there's hope that someone's going to discover me. There's always going to be the hope. And you're like, I don't think anyone's discovering me now. But I think as long as you push, and it's been a rough, few years, but I mean, it's paying off. I mean, I'm actually getting paid photo shoots. I'm actually went to IBMS, which is an international bikini model search in Vegas, met really amazing photographers, amazing models, people that were in the industry. And so, and for me, it feels as if don't lose hope and just keep doing what you're doing. Someone you're going to get discovered. And social media was actually my biggest avenue. I mean, I'm doing TikTok now. I went from doing Instagram and now I'm working my fourth TikTok. So I've created one TikTok, went to 23 or 24K already, another one 10.6K. Now I have one for personal training and one for drawing. So I do live streams and I'm earning money on TikTok just for live streams. So people are actually watching me talk a lot. So I also talk and draw as well. So I think if you utilize your talent to a different way and try to be unique and be genuine to people, people will recognize that. I think in the industry, people are trying to be fake and try to be your friend, but trust and loyalty and being very on time and punctual makes a big difference in this type of industry. So anyone that wants to get into modeling, take that into account. Your time management, the fact that you have good, solid, dependable people in your life will take you places, because there's always those days where I get to my down points like, oh, why do I have to work with this person that doesn't take, time seriously? But then you're like, you have the choice. You have choices in life who you want to work with now, And like talking to Chris Toll, I have a choice to talk to an amazing Filipino podcast person.
Now that's really, really cool. And I love what you just mentioned. It's like, you're right, loyalty and just working with the right folks and time management. I myself have to work on that, on those, life, those guidelines. And sometimes it gets a little tough, but if you stick to it, you just keep grinding. Like you mentioned, you'll get to nice places, and things don't happen overnight. You just got to keep on grinding.
Yes.
So that's really cool that you mentioned that, because I totally agree. So, we have something in the making, and I don't really want to spoil it, but we perhaps might have a Jazmine Cruz TrikePatrol scene coming up.
Ooh, okay.
So we won't spoil it too much. I'll just let the fans know that we might have you on the site soon. Really, I just thought you were a really cool Filipina, and I wanted to get you on the podcast to show the world, to show our fans, because anytime I see a really nice, hardworking Filipino, I want to bring them on the podcast. So that's why we're here today.
Oh, maraming salamat.
Mas maraming salamat sa iyo. So have you worked with anyone else in the industry?
Yes, I have.
Is there any kind of content?
Models or...
Sorry. Let's go to the TrikePatrol kind of content. In the adult industry, have you worked with any bigger names or anybody that you might want to mention?
Not yet.
Not yet. But you're getting.
I'm sorry. Yes, I have. I just thought of it. Yes, I have Song Lee.
Oh, okay. And she is Korean or Chinese? Let's just say Asian.
Asian descent. How about that?
There you go. And she's quite pretty big, right? I've seen her a couple times on Twitter and
She's on a lot of them. I'll be working with her again.
Nice. And that's of course is GG content, right?
Oh yeah, and also Laura Cross. I forgot. Laura.
Okay,
Cross,
I've heard the name.
Yes.
All right, that sounds good. So, what links do you want to mention for our fans where they can find you?
Oh yes. I'm gonna have my my note card ready.
Take your time. The mic is all yours.
Okay. So here we go with the social media. I feel so important when everybody's all listening and looking at me. It's Jazmine, JAZMINE _official_01. And also that's on Instagram. My other Instagram, which is my backup one, is Jazmine, Jazmine Cruz Modeling. I also have a Facebook, which is Facebook underscore.
Just Jazmine Cruz.
I mean, Jazmine Cruz. Sorry. Okay. And for Twitter, it's Jazmine Cruz OFF1 as the number one. And my TikTok, actually, I have. First one is I am Jazmine Jazmine Cruz, and also Jazmine Cruz Official, which is my brand new one that I just made. And those are my two TikToks, and as well as the OnlyFans that I described earlier was onlyfans.com/Jazmine Cruz. So check me out. I would greatly appreciate it. For those who are listening, those who already followed me or have been following me and watching my live stream, I greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me to know that people. And I look forward to working with TrikePatrol. And Crystal, thanks so much for finding me.
All right, Jazmine. Yes. Well, again, maraming salamat sa iyo, and I'm sure we will be doing some business in the very near future.
Yes.
All right, Jazmine. Well, take care. Ingat.
Ingat din. O sige, paalam. Paalam.
Bye-bye.
Bye.